Hey friends, welcome. It's Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I'm in a YouTube collab today with Leah from Make All the Things with Me and Sheila from Sweetie's Creations and Decor. This is the lemon lime party, the zesty lemon lime party. So that is our collab today. So what I'm doing is I'm going to make a lemon door hanger. It's a lemon slice is what I'm going to do. I made this watermelon slice here, and so I am going to make a lemon slice. So the first thing that I did was I took this round. This is like an 18-inch round. It's actually over 18 inches, but it's an 18-inch round from Hobby Lobby. And my husband cut it in half for me. It's about 9.5 inches wide. I'm going to stencil on it. I have my stencil here, and we're going to turn this into a lemon slice. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to eyeball this, place it where I want it. Now my stencil doesn't fill up the entire slice. I think I forgot to tell you guys that I did paint this white. I did the background white. So that way all the parts that are supposed to be white are already going to be white. Hope that makes sense. So anyhow, I'm going to put this on here and take a little bit of tape it down. And then I'm just going to stencil this part on, and I'm going to use golden yellow. It is just the apple barrel paint. So you can find that at most Walmarts. I'm going to do these parts of the lemon and also these. I'm just going to do all that one color. I think this is going to be a good yellow color, but it's not too light. I was going with a little bit darker yellow because sometimes yellow doesn't show up really well. But a good trick to keep in mind if you're using yellow paint, paint a coat of white behind it. Put white paint behind it. And that helps act as like a primer, and it will help your yellow show up better, especially if you have a darker background. Your yellow paint will not cover over a darker background. So it's always a good idea to have a background of white paint. You always want to offload the paint onto a paper towel. That's what I'm doing here. And I'm using my makeup wedge. I like to use makeup wedges for stenciling. You could use something else for this part. You could stencil around the edges and then paint it in with a brush. I haven't decided yet if I want to touch it up with a brush. I might do that. But I feel like it's easiest to just go ahead and do the stenciling. I also have the edge of the lemon here that I'm going to make that tape anymore. I'm going to stencil this part. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since you've seen this part, is I'm going to finish this part up. I'll probably touch it up with a brush, but let me pull this off so you can see what it looks like. I am going to cross the two, I have actually 3 little bridges here I'm going to cross, and I'm going to touch this up a little bit, and I will be right back. Okay, friends, I'm back, and look how bright that is. I think that looks much better. I just took a paintbrush and I went over it again just to darken it up some. So let me show you what I did. So I took a paintbrush and I laid it down here on the edge because we're going to dress this up a little bit. I made a mark to mark off the width of my paintbrush, and then I moved it over and did it again and again, and I did this around the outside edge. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint every other little section with some black paint. So we're going to dress this up and make it fun and summery. Summery. Is that a word? Like summertime. It's going to be fun. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm just going to use my black paint, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to try to do it as neatly as possible, right? So I'm going to just do it like this. Hopefully it will be okay. I'm going to take it around the edge. I'm also going to do the top, and I need to go back with my yellow and fix the top as well. And then I'm going to skip the next space, and I'm going to do one here. On the side. You see the look that I'm going for, and then I'm going to skip it, the next one, and paint this one in. See how that's looking? And then the edge looks like that as well. Okay, see what I got going on? Isn't that cute? And I painted on the top as well, just so my edges and the top would look complete. Now that I'm done with that, you see I've got it all finished. I think it looks good. I'm going to do my stenciling now. So my stencil says Hello Summer. I'm going to just put that right on the front here. And I'm going to stencil this on in black. I think that looks good. So the stencil is a 12 by 5.5. You could actually use this on another project. You wouldn't have to make a lemon. You could make something different and still use the same Hello Summer words. Make some other fun sign. All right, so we're going to put this on black. Nice and easy. Just dab it into your paint. Dab it off on your paper towel. Make sure that your sponge does not have a bunch of excess paint on it, because that will seep under your stencil, and you don't want that to happen because that will cause bleeding. So you make sure you offload. Offloading is the key to keeping your paint from bleeding under your stencil. You definitely want to offload. Never forget. It's the most important tip. It's the most important tip when it comes to stenciling. Whether you're using a brush or a sponge, you must offload that paint. I don't have any rhyme or reason when I'm stenciling. I started at that side and now I'm over here working my way back to the other side. Just so you get it all covered. I'm going to do 2 coats of paint. I need to get a little bit more black paint here. I think it's really going to pop on top of this yellow and the white. I think it's going to look good. If you're somebody who's never stenciled before, just try it. It's so rewarding and so easy. Once you get the hang of it, it is fine. You just practice a few times. You can practice on scrap wood. You can practice on paper. Just practice. It's not hard to do, I promise you. It's very easy. You just take it slow at first. Try something small. Find a small piece of scrap wood, a small stencil, and just try it. You don't have to use, these stencils, any stencil. Just try it. I think that you would like it if you would give it a try. Just remember that the offloading your excess paint, that's what you have to do. You absolutely, it's a must. Just offload it on a paper towel. Get you some good smooth paper towels, because if you get paper towels that have a design in them, your design can transfer over onto your project. So I like to use paper towels that are plain. The Viva paper towels are the ones I'm going to recommend for people, because they are plain without a design and they work really well. All right, I'm going to pull this off, I think. Oh, yes, it looks great. Let me hold this up for you. And then I'm going to get those bridges. So we got our cute Hello Summer. And I'm going to get back over here with an eyeliner brush. This works out great. It's a very fine tip little brush. I know you can't see it very well. Very, very fine tip. And I'm going to cross all these little bridges. Now the bridges are those little pieces of plastic on the stencil that hold in centers of letters and other things onto the stencil. So they leave a little gap and you can fill those in and give your sign a nice finished look. So this is what we have so far. I think that looks super cute. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna add a little extras to this. I'm gonna get some white paint here, and let's see. I'm gonna take a little paintbrush. I'm just gonna add a little bit of extras. All right, so I'm gonna just add some little white swishes around the edge. This. Let's add a few dots here and there. Let's show you what I'm doing there. Just adding a little something, little dots. Using this little embossing tool. And then I think I'm also going to, I'm going to go to the black paint. Oh, you know what? I'll go back to the white paint for a second. I'll add a few little dots on the H here. And let's see, where else could I? Maybe on the S here. You just do you, though. If you don't want to add dots, don't add dots. Let's see. I think I'll add 3 over here. Just giving a little something to that. I'm going to see what this looks like if I use it to add a few to the edge. Let's start over here. I think I'm done painting it now. what I got. Now I'm going to show you guys how to make a bow, and then we'll add a bow and we will finish this up. Okay, friends, so this is what I have going on. I have cut my ribbon 12 inches. I picked out some ribbon that I liked, and I have 5 different kinds, as you can see here, and I cut them 12 inches long, and I've dovetailed one end. Okay, so for this tutorial, you probably need at least 4 or 5 different types of ribbon. Okay, so I picked different ones that, you know, I thought would look really good with this project. And what you do, you have your ribbon 12 inches. So you're going to take your ribbon and you're going to fold it over about halfway. So here's the center part. One end is dovetailed, one end is not, because this end is going to be hidden. You're going to fold it over about halfway. Then you're going to pinch it together. So you have it like that. And then you're going to do all of your ribbons the same way. So fold it over about halfway, pinch it, and stack it up in your hand. And just keep doing this. Fold it over halfway, pinch it together in your hand. And then you just keep doing this until all of your ribbons are used up. Okay. Try to hold it the best way that you can so it doesn't slip out of your hand. Okay. Just like that. So you're also going to need a zip tie, which I have right here. I'm going to continue just folding these over and pinching it together. Okay. Just like that. Again, fold it over about that far. Pinch it into your fingers. And then lastly, my last one in here. Okay, so now that I have it like that, you want to really hold it tight because you're going to put your zip tie around it. Okay. And then just pull it really tight. So it looks like that. Then you're going to clip this off. And then you're going to just fluff up your bow. I'm going to fluff up all of the ends here. You can pull them back and forth. Just get it nice and fluffed up the way that you want it. Okay. And then you're also going to fluff up your tails. You just play with those and get your tails fluffed up the way that you need those to be. Kind of looks flat on the back. And then just mess with it however you want it to get it fluffed up. A big glob of hot glue on there. Glue the bow into place, and once I'm done with this part, I'll take a picture, and that's it. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you will check out the playlist. There's a playlist where all the creators have made wonderful videos, so please be sure to check that out. I'm going to link that in the description. Thank you guys for joining me. If you like what you have seen, please subscribe to my channel. Click the thumbs up button and all the good stuff. Click the bell for notifications. I'm Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. Thank you so much. Here we go.